so many losses have taken place for those who invested their money, trusted to the banks, not knowing that the banks went into the global casino with this money. So there's an additional proposal to come back to this separation, a clear separation. And all this money which is flown into the speculative system, all those, what they now want to, all those claims which are derived out of these speculative transactions, they have lost. This is what happens in a casino. If one puts the money on to this or that, one has the hope, maybe I will win. But one is conscious, if this doesn't happen with winning, then the money got lost. This is the consequence. Even if one plays lotto, nobody would have the idea, whoa, I didn't win, so now I go to the state and say, please pay me my loss, my fee for the lotto playing, for the lotto game. No, speculation on the international financial markets has its own risks, and if they don't win, they lose. They cannot say, now the state has to pay the difference, our losses. The state has to save us. Nothing. Bankrupt. Lost. This is a clear position. And on the contrary, the credit banks, which have an important function for financing real investment and real production, they have to be protected, and also the debitors, for example, the house owners in the United States who had come into the difficulties. They have to be protected, not to be without a roof above their head. This part of economy which is linked with real economy should be protected. The speculative and blown up part, they have to carry the consequences of their risky speculations themselves. And there's one word with some kind of a wall again, and this law under Roosevelt had the name Glass-Steagall Act. And in the discussion is coming back to Glass-Steagall, or some kind of this clear separation, a clear wall between real economy and speculative financial markets. So these are in total now 4 important points, social acupuncture points, where the discussion and the change should be focused on. And if this is avoided, then the problems will not be really solved. And the problems will escalate. But sometimes, obviously, it needs an escalation of crisis to, let's pray it, fundamental, different and new, or sometimes also old and forgotten insights to flow into society and bring fundamental change to a better world. Okay. So far for this lecture.
Thank you so much.
What do you think? Some time more for some questions, or
Please,
a break at first?
I think there's very many questions.
No, I think, yeah.
And after the or should we have a break, or do you have to decide how long?
Like it's 12 o'clock now, but like if we take 20 more minutes for questions, or like anyone who now really needs to go to the toilet.
You can probably maybe a 2 minutes break and then have a 2 minutes question session.
10 minutes break.
Like
Well,
just 2 minutes.
Just 2 minutes.
2
so people
minutes.
can
Short
go on the
break.
toilet,
Okay.
and then we can make some more clarifications, I think.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And
Okay.
Does that sound
I
good?
have so many questions. I was thinking I was going to go.
My question is two-part. First of all,
Yeah.
A, you suggested that institution right in the middle, monitor, what do you call it?
Monetative?
Monetative.
Monetative. It is a new word. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a new creation, not creation of money. But
It's a kind of
creation
acupuncture, you said, and it would inject money at this stage, and it would be interest-free. Where is this institution getting money from? Part one. Second part is, we are introducing solution in the middle of the system, and it's kind of acupuncture. So we'll do again and again, and there will be a big hole in the system. You're punching. You are sort of puncturing the body. So I think so. There lies a fundamental sort of flaw in the system that is based on interest. So why not to avoid interest right in the beginning?
Last sentence I didn't catch.
Right in the beginning, interest free.
In the beginning.
Why should we skip interest in general?
I mean, if there is no interest right from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Yeah. Because the system is based on interest from the beginning till the end. So we are introducing solution in the middle of that there should be an institution which will inject money, which will be interest free. So why not to have a system which starts with interest free?
Yeah, this would be a system which would start interest free in relation to the creation of money. The interest is coming into the system and into relevance at several parts of the whole system. You know, one is here. Now, over centuries, it seemed to be quite natural or quasi-natural that the money which is brought into the circulation by central banks is brought into it by way of credit. So the central banks now give credit, for example, to the commercial banks. The commercial banks, they want to earn, they put an amount additionally on the basic interest. They lend it to the companies or to the state or to the households. But from beginning on, from birth on or from creation on, it is combined with interest. And this must not be. If one sees clear to where it leads, to an escalation of problems and a breakdown of state functions and chaos in society, then one has to think about possibilities of a fundamental change. And this is at the beginning, at the moment of creation of money. This does not yet take the money out of this context. Because even with the money which comes into circulation without interest, there will be some parts who have surplus money, more than they consume, and they can say, we give it only as a credit to the banks or to whomever, if there is paid interest. So this is an additional aspect of interest system. And here is the idea of Gesell, the privilege of those who have more money than they need to additionally take interest from those who need the money, more or less urgent. This is should be changed. And those who hold the money back or who withdraw the money out of this circulation, they should do it, but not without a charge. And if they are charged for this, many of the speculative and hoarding aspects of money will become uninteresting